fans and YouTubers. It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you. Nah, and they're a little therapeutic, I guess. I'm taking my son to his doctor's appointment, speech therapy, and thankfully he's here, because you would be hearing me going off on a horrible rant about these Cowboys. But he keeps me calm, he keeps me centered, and there's nothing really to rant about. We knew they were bad. We knew they were bad in week 1, and nothing's changed. It really hasn't. We are one fluke onside kick away from being 0-4, being one of the worst teams in all of football. It's time to reevaluate everything. I've said it before that I think this is a redshirt season, that they just don't care to improve right now because they know what's going to have to happen next offseason, with pretty much the whole secondary being overhauled anyway, because Jordan Lewis, Cheeto, I'm not sure about Anthony Brown, but Xavier Woods and all those guys' contracts are coming up. So you're looking at pretty much a whole secondary overhaul again. Just like we went through in 2016, 2017, when we had to change from Brandon Carr, Morris Claiborne, and all those guys. Barry Church. It's that all over again. It's just not clicking. I don't know. People have blamed Mike Nolan. People have blamed the players. I blame it a combination of both. Because Mike Nolan's not used to these players. These players are not used to Mike Nolan. There's no improvement being shown, well, on player execution-wise. As far as the coaching goes, I've seen the philosophies they've tried to put out there. I've seen 3-4. I've seen 4-3. I've seen 5-2. They are mixing it up and trying to change up the defense instead of doing the straight-up 4-3 base 99% of the time and twist and stunts. Apparently, that old crap from Rod Marinelli is the only stuff these guys know. They're not looking like they've improved at all. And that's a player execution problem. That's not coaching. The coaches can only tell you where you should be and everything. It's up to you to execute the actual plays. So I'm thinking until we get a whole new secondary, they're just going to suck. They're just not going to be that good. The linemen don't look prepared at all for this kind of scheme. And you've thrown everything out there. You've even tried to blitz. You've tried to have linemen actually go back in coverage. You've tried to switch it up so much that the defense, you don't know what's going to happen. And it works if you had the players that could execute it. People will say, well, it's the coaching, but look at the only person who's actually making any noise, Aldon Smith. The man hasn't played in the league in forever, and he's the only one who's been in Mike Nolan's defense that actually, excuse me, that actually is doing anything. So maybe it's just a player problem. They just don't know how to execute something when they've been so used to Chris Richard and Rod Marinelli forever. So they're not used to changing anything. And now look at them. When they said they're going to do stand-up instead of three-point stance, they didn't know how to do that. Really? Really? So you're saying you have to go back to something you know because you're not getting any difference. Well, that's because you choose not to learn any different. That's a player problem. That's not a coaching problem. Mike McCarthy has tried to work with these players and have a scheme work around them, but if they're not doing their jobs, coaching's not going to work around you, no matter what you do. Player communication's bad. The linebackers are looking bad. People are calling for Jalen Smith's head because, yes, he has looked like he has completely regressed. without Van Der Esch or Sean Lee next to him, he doesn't seem to know how to tackle or do anything anymore. And it's funny because you look at the guys who got paid recently, and they all are sucky right now. I give Elliott a pass because he's got to come in and pass block when you trotting up Terrence Steele to get your quarterback killed each week. Zeke Elliott can't run if he's got no line. He can't create everything himself. We don't do the fullback anymore, so he's got no lead block. So it's not all on the coaches. Some things definitely are, because as you saw late in the game, you let Dak Prescott loose, he can get you down the field. He knows exactly where these guys should be, how to line up, and can move the ball downfield in 2 minutes or less. Easy. When you just let him off the reins and do what he needs to do, but y'all don't want to do that for a whole game. I don't know why, but you know, it's a fundamental thing that's screwed up from top to bottom, and it starts at ownership. Everybody's clamoring Jerry Jones to get Earl Thomas. And I said I'm not going to talk about that man no more, but now the reports are that the Houston players didn't even want anything to do with him in their locker room. That tells you something. I don't know why y'all keep saying, well, we'll take it no matter what he brings. No, you're not. You're not. Because y'all wanted Greg Hardy so bad, he came, made a butt of himself, and then y'all hated him. So don't say you want somebody in this locker room to be cancerous when they're just going to screw this up even worse. How much worse? Well, let's say, even though it's garbage time yards and points, we can still get blown out. If your offense starts sputtering and getting absolutely nothing, then yes, a guy can be cancerous to your whole team. So I can do without that. If I'm going to lose, I might as well lose straight up with the guys we already got, because it looks like we're not going to change that anytime soon. We can say that they tried to make adjustments. They did take Terrence Steele out after he already done screwed the pooch for us and swayed the game back into Cleveland's favor. They put Brandon Knight in, and after Darian Thompson got burned on the touchdown, they decided to put Donovan Wilson in, and he pretty much got burned too. Daryl Worley, I don't know why he's out there instead of Brandon Carr, because Worley got burned multiple times. This defense is just inept. Special teams is no better, because you still got Tony Pollard doing the same basic, fundamental, stupid stuff, taking the ball 5 yards deep into his end zone and taking it out. I don't know what are they teaching. I don't think these guys watch film. I don't think these guys are being taught anything during the week. And without the media there, these guys can come out in these press conferences and say whatever they want to say, but I don't see anything changing. Not a thing. Now, nobody's privy to these practices, so I don't think they do anything. Maybe they're having coffee and cake all day, but they're not practicing. They're not looking at film, because they're just getting worse week by week. I don't know. Maybe they are saving up to go get a top pick. Not Trevor Lawrence, as everybody keeps saying, because they've already seen what that can do when they take the reins off. So you don't need a quarterback that high. Maybe they're going for a safety that's in the draft next year. There's just something we are not, as a fan, are not privy to. And it just makes us look bad week after week. My dad stopped by and said we should be ashamed to wear any Dallas Cowboys gear outside. I'm still wearing mine. It is what it is. We're horrible. And our offense, at times, is the only thing that looks to be clicking. I don't even want to talk stats. Because Dak is going to get his stacks, because as you say, it's garbage time stuff. Who cares? But the only real positive stat was that CeeDee Lamb got his first touchdowns as an NFL player. All right. Great for him. Now that it's out of his system, we need you to just do it on a continual basis. But that's all I got for y'all. I'm not gonna cry about it. We knew they were bad. I knew they were bad. Somebody on my live stream yesterday before the game actually said that Cleveland was going to beat us 49-14. I think he called into Dallas and freaking made that happen. I don't know, because he had it and just nailed that score before we got the garbage time points. I don't know how he knew it was going to look like that, but he knew. Yeah, we're just bad all around. I don't see it getting any better. I mean, you could try it out there, and thankfully the next couple weeks, teams are as bad as us. Or at least we thought. So we'll just have to take it game by game, unfortunately, and keep taking these W's or L's as we get them, right? I'm hoping in the end there's a plan that we just don't know about. That's my thoughts. I'm not going to cry about it. It's on to Jason Garrett and the New York Football Giants. Ain't no point to cry about spilt milk. Alright? Hope y'all have a good Monday. It's the beginning of the week again. The weekend just goes by too quick. Y'all take care out there. Stay safe. Be a Dallas Cowboy fan.